being recorded now. Aha, that's why he stopped me. Yeah, you forgot to start recording here. Okay, so here we go. How does it go? How does it happen? How does it work? It's not working. You don't want to look at my picture for the whole time. That's not such a great picture, is it?
A beautiful picture.
Okay, oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, and this is Pierre with Aref Salam. How can I do this myself? Okay, there we go. And this is a candidate for Quebec Provincial Parliament, Michel Lacroix, and Elizabeth Prass. I know they're representing Montréal, and Darcy McGee. They came and participated. We had great conversation with them. And these are local people, Filipino representatives that are here. And you should know that Jupiter took all these pictures. So, you know, Peter Jew, he's a master photographer, right? And yes, so great discussion, as I said, even some humor, right? With the two councillors and candidates. This is the first Filipina member of Canadian Parliament. Her name is Rechi Valdez, same name as Pierre's wife, just in case you didn't know. And she came from Toronto for this event. Great thing. And she co-hosted with us. We had City Councillor Aref Salem, Samir Souberi, who's a member of Parliament for Pierrefonds here in Montreal, and Rechi and some other important people like Ryan and Pierre Beauregard, and also Stephanie Valenzuela. She's the City Councillor of Côte-des-Neiges. So they all participated. Yes, he spoke at one of our webinars during the year. He's a member of Parliament, as I said, for Pierrefonds, and he's quite concerned about the Uyghur situation in China. Spoke very well. He's half Pakistani, 1/4 Scottish, and 1/4 Italian. So he's quite the good mix, right? So we shared a few things because he wants to know more about his roots. So I shared about that. Yeah, and there you go. So that's what it was like. It was a great festival. You know, Pierre is a great diplomat there, and others, you know, it's a great time. We had a parade, right? So there were dances and singers and even more. I don't know what happened to this picture. It didn't look like that before, but anyways, there we are in the parade. Okay, so this is the parade through the park. By the way, it was raining, but it started. And so everything got delayed, but it didn't discourage the Filipinos. The Filipinos, when they want a festival, they stick it out through the rain, right? They like that. And there we are going through the parade with the flag. These are the thousands of people gathered there in the rain even, but they still stuck it out for the first half hour or 45 minutes. It was rain, right? And then there were some introductory speeches and so forth. And this is our very own Mary Rose Macapuno singing the Filipino national anthem with so much passion. And after that, you know, she sang more. Then we had someone sing the Canadian national anthem, and someone from a church, a Filipino church that was founded in the Philippines prayed. And there you go. So then we bestowed the Ambassador for Peace title on maybe half a dozen dignitaries, including Samir Souberi and the representative of Emanuela Lambropoulos, who's the member of parliament here. She wanted to come, but she's overseas, so she sent her representative. And also Sunny Moroz, the city councillor for that area where the park is, as well as Aref Salem and Stephanie Valenzuela. So all good stuff, right? Various celebrities from the community, the Filipino community, and there's the whole group. Took a picture of that from the video that I was sent because we didn't have a really good one, and more. Okay, so you can see. This is the borough mayor of Cotenage, Gracia Kazuki Katawa. And I don't know who the lady is in the middle, but Pierre might know, right? And I couldn't get her name. And this was the former member of parliament who was in Pierrefonds before as a mayor. So this is good. He came to our booth and we had a conversation and looked at pictures that Pierre had. And this again is Miss Philippines with Pierre and Gino. And so this one agreed to participate in the Peace Road bicycling, and he received a mother's memoirs. And of course, Janet was there, you know, with the victory sign already. And of course, it was a great day of celebration. This is Mary Rose Matapuno's family. They were all there to support us. So I hope that we can continue doing this. And I don't know, Pierre, you want to show the video, just maybe the first 15 seconds or so, okay? That'll help. I don't know if you can manage that. But we have a video that was taken by Pierre and by Peter Jude, and we can show you that a little bit too. So anyway, it's exciting stuff. This is the first time in 3 years that we do activities like this. So it's a big deal, you know, it's like coming out of a cave, right? We've been in lockdown for so long, and you might not think it's so exciting, but for those of us that haven't been anywhere in 2 years, it's a big deal. And this was the first time that they did a festival of the Filipino community. So if it takes too long, forget it, Pierre. We'll drop that plan. You probably have to upload software because they got a new computer in the back to manage all this new technology that we're using now. Isn't it great?
Yes.
Right? Where's the video?
All right.
This
I
is,
should stand there?
can't hear the sound, but you can see the image.
Thank you.
And so forth, but it's all good. And Ryan is the stage manager, he's technical manager, he's everything. Right? There we are with 2 members of parliament there, and I shouldn't have been standing in the middle, but anyway, they put me there.
Next warning, please.
And we did that with every representative that received the ambassador. And I gave a small speech about what is an ambassador to peace, and so it's 1,000 people there, and we were received very well. Thanks to the foundation that Ryan and Dr. Kim are doing in Toronto. We're expanding this effort to the ethnic communities here in Montreal and in Vancouver, and hopefully soon here in Montreal with the Chinese community that Jupiter promised us, right? Peter is working hard on that, and I know that great things will happen. Then we'll do something maybe for the Congolese community, right? Because there are thousands of people from Congo here in Canada, and we want to support all these efforts to reach out to every community, because that's our goal, right? World peace through bridging the gaps between people of all different races, cultures, nationalities, ethnicities, religions, and thinking, okay? And political persuasion, right? And in case you're on the right or the left, I don't know, right? The goal is to actually bring everyone together, regardless of the persuasion, because we are one people, we are one family under God. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you, Reverend Franco.
So now it's time to sing another song. One song of his Citro Children Eyes. So right now it's time to we're going to invite François Lacroix for the message.
Thank you, Chanel, for emceeing. First time, give him a round of applause. Chanel. Yeah, it's great to see many faces I don't see often, or just once a week. So hello. My name is François Lacroix. It is I, even though I have no hair. I have this tick where I usually play with my hair, but it's kind of funny. It's like, oh, I can't do it. So, Pierre, I sent you a video via Facebook. Just if you can, yeah, okay, that's good. So, okay, so I would like to talk before I get into the topic I want to talk about. I just want to share a bit about well, this hair or lack of it. So one day, 3 weeks ago, so this is 3 weeks of hair. Why I cut it? So I shaved it all off without my wife's permission because maybe she would have talked me out of it. So I just wanted to do it. So I did it in the middle of the night, and then I came out of the bathroom bald, and she was like, "Who's this man?" but she recognized me right away. My daughter Lilia too recognized me, but Danton, my son, didn't know who I was. He did not know who I was, and the next morning, well, when he woke up crying that morning, and came running to my legs to hug me. And before he hugged me, he looked up, "Mommy!" ran to mom. And yeah, so I want to show this video because I went to pick up my son at daycare. Usually I go alone to pick him up and bring him home. And but this time I told Motoka, "You need to come with me. He's not gonna come with me in the car." So you can show it, Pierre. Yeah. So this is at the daycare. So that's me at the front, and Danton does not want to let go of the daycare's hand. And the daycare's person's telling her, "Go with Papa, go with Papa." And I even put a cap on. I put a hat on. And then this is Motoka coming, and then Danton just goes there. Just totally, he's just really scared. So yeah, that's it. Okay. And but I want to share this because we say in our church that God is a parent, and so I'm a parent, and I thought, wait, does God ever feel this, that their children don't recognize God, him, her? Because it lasted 24 hours. It took him until the evening to slowly come to me, touch my head, touch my face. And after 24 hours, he said, "Oh, this is Papa." And I thought, but during the day or my time with him, I was like, wow, I can just leave. Like I don't have to be his parent. Like that was my feeling for like 3 seconds. I was like, oh, wait a second. But then no, I was like, no, I'm his dad, so I'll still love him. Love him even though he doesn't know who I am. And I thought, oh, is there a situation like this with God where it's like God is hanging out with us and like we just, he like God becomes an unfamiliar face. And for me, what came to mind was interfaith activities, or one of the things that came to mind. Because when we go to another church like Hindu temple or something so different than what we do here, like do you feel God's presence just as much? Because the thing is, for those peoples in those cultures, they probably feel God very closely. Or when I say God, I say that loosely. They probably feel a universal being's presence with them. And is God there too? Yes, God is everywhere. So when we go to these unfamiliar environments, I felt maybe sometimes we don't recognize God there. And so it kind of taught me, oh, Frankie, you gotta remember God is there wherever you go, school, work. But in particular, and this is what I kind of want to talk about today, is with people. God is with people, even every one of us here. God is within you. And so even though sometimes like I don't feel like God would be with you in your actions, but somehow like God is there. And so we need to kind of really try to familiarize ourselves with each individual to really understand that, oh, okay, God is there, and we can, and it's not something, okay, so I will share this prayer. So I have this prayer book. That's at the church. And it's prayers by Sun Myung Moon, the man himself. And I'll just go to the first prayer. And I think this book is kind of cool because the prayers that are written here are supposedly his prayers, but they're almost like poetic. It's like when Father says a prayer, it's like almost like poetry, and it's really beautiful. And I think it wants to, and I want to talk about one part of the poem, of not the poem, this prayer. So, yeah, here we go. Let's go into it. So this is in 1956. So before he got blessed to True Mother, our True Mother. I'm just going to read part of it. So it starts off with, O Father of creation, your beauty has been revealed in all of creation, and all of the external forms which you have touched are overflowing with the beauty of your profundity and manifestation. And then I'll skip to here, which I like. We have come to understand that this is one of the standards you have had as you worked hard, going through the history of the providence of restoration until now. Since what we, so he's talking about him and everyone, since what we must find now are our own minds, and what we must complete are our own bodies. Please let us find them and complete them, then establish us as beings who are able to bow down representing the original beauty of our Father. So, Father too, he's praying that to find his own mind and own body. Now, in Korean, but mind, what I learned is that often True Father uses this character of maum or shin, and so often in translation it can be interchanged, and you can say either heart or mind, and it's but it does change the meaning for a Westerner when they read original heart or original mind. And what I found when I looked in online, there was an article with a father and a daughter, and the father was explaining to her. Well, the father asked her, "Where is Shim? Where is Shim?" Right, that heart character, and she points here. This is Shim, and he's like, why Shim is there? And then he looked it up. It's because, according to this article, in Asia, they believed thinking, the mind, was from here. So then today, when Father says mind, like we think right here because it's the way we think, but back then we thought with our heart. So there's this kind of, when he says finding our own mind, our original mind, I think he's saying, like, restoring our heart and giving our heart the rightful place of how we should think and how we should behave. So restoring this heart. And I was talking to my wife about our about how we give sermons in Montreal, because she found it interesting that once a month women give a sermon, and second gen, and the 2 other months is one of our leaders. And my wife found it a bit unusual, because it's kind of like it's kind of maybe a bit random, you kind of, if you do that, you don't know what you're going to get. But with the pastor, you kind of know, and there's maybe a certain theme throughout the year. And I was thinking, I'm a second gen. I'm not Pastor Serge. I don't have or Frank or Dr. Franco. The Pastor Serge, for those of you who don't know, I'm pretty sure he prays for all of you. He has this kind of spiritual foundation, and he can give a sermon, and he cares. But I'm a second gen. I'm a youth leader in this community, but I don't have this kind of role for the whole community. And I'm wondering, what can I just share with people? Why do you want to hear from me or from any second gen? And so I thought, well, probably you're curious about what second gen are thinking. Maybe that's why, you allow me to come up here. So yeah, what are second gen thinking these days? And so I'll just share a few of my thoughts, and it ties back to what I'm trying to say. So yeah, a lot of second gen these days are not so interested, even though what we just saw from Dr. Franco, amazing kind of interactions with politicians, and it's kind of cool. But second gen, we're not coming out so much, and we're not engaging so much with Providence, and some second gen don't have two parents' picture in their house. Even culture, even some new second gen, the younger second gen, probably, like I was talking to Joshua. Is Joshua here? No, but it's okay. Joshua is one of the new members, and we're trying to do youth activities. And I said, and then we wanted to start with songs at the youth activity. And I was like, but they don't know the song, right? They don't know all these songs, some of them. Even I don't know all the holy songs. And Josh was like, yeah, but we'll learn. This is where we learn, right? This is where we learn. So second gen are not, some second gen, especially the older ones of my age, are not so interested. And what we realize is because it seems that there's a disconnect between the word, the principle, and the actuality on the field. Some second gen kind of feel unheard, not listened to so well. They really don't feel listened to, and so that's what I'm trying to say, is that, like, God is just as much full on with them than someone who's gung ho in the church, and we all can probably be moved by each and every one of the second gen, or anybody in the world. We can be moved by their life, even though they don't do the traditional stuff in our church. And God is there. And when I say, for me, God is something that's moving and alive. And second gen are trying to do something great, which is build a family. And that takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of time, manage finances. It's so hard to manage just finances. It's just so hard just to make it. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it's how do you say? It's challenging. And so a lot of things take up their mind, and sometimes we maybe don't find value in some church activities that touches them, and they're trying to do something great too. So but just like Father's saying in his prayer, please allow us to find our own mind, our own heart. And I think that's what I wish for my fellow friends, and the second gen, is just to find that heart and mind, that original heart and mind, where we're able to be in tune with just a deeper part of ourselves that wants the best for ourselves and the best for the others around us. So, and that takes a lot. That takes a lot of growing and experiences. So, so that's the sermon. God is with everyone, even though with people we do not like or do not like their actions, but that's fine. And we can, just by listening, And just like my son who didn't recognize me, it didn't matter. I could still love him, and eventually he approached me, touch my face, touch my hair. Now he likes to just rub my head, and we're friends again. So that is it. So thank you so much for all your efforts with all your relationships. Yeah. And welcome back, Julianne. She came back from Taiwan, I think. Okay, so I'll pray and we'll end. Thank you. Dear Mom, Dad, parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, thank you so much for this wonderful day. I'm very grateful to be able to share with my brothers and sisters here about issues on my mind, but to be able to, Heavenly Mom, Dad, to connect with the brothers and sisters in this community centered on parents and in this culture. I know that great things can happen and that we can really liberate our hearts and really see from your eyes. And I pray as we all go out through this week that we can see things through your eyes, God, and see that each and one of us is so precious and we have so much to be grateful for in this life. So I have this prayer in our names, François, Lacroix, the Central Lacroix family, as long as we're trying to
Thank you, François, for your message. Je veux rajouter quelque chose, mais en français, vu que mon anglais n'est pas très très bon. Ça, donc je vais dire, la prochaine fois, j'espère que François va attendre encore un peu avant de se raser le crâne, parce que c'est pas du tout agréable de se faire ignorer par ses enfants. Donc, voilà, donc maintenant, right now it's time for closing song. Thank you, everyone, and have a good Sunday. Now it's time for the lunch.